Hi, this is Tony Moore, and you're listening to the Limited Addiction Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Limited Addiction Podcast. My name is Frankie.
My name's Daniel. We're here to talk about all things nerdy. And...
Are we now? Is that what we do on this show?
I don't even know
What are we
anymore.
even doing anymore?
We're doing so many podcasts these days.
We do 2 podcasts, man.
I do like 4 in my head.
You do have that X-Men one.
Yeah, still looking for a co-host. If you're out there, I'm going to have to make flyers for the comic shop or something, but I'm always nervous. I wonder if Mike would let me do it at Comics to Games in Florence for all our local listeners.
And not local. You can get, they have a
That's true.
online presence.
Yeah, they're actually really good people there. They're from Tennessee.
Nothing
That
bad.
means anything to you.
Only good comes from Tennessee.
And if you're like, Tennessee, they moved to Kentucky, so you can forgive them. But no, they're good people. If you're looking for a new comic shop or a new vendor, they got all kinds of stuff there. Definitely recommend it. But they support us.
Yeah.
And our habits.
Of course they
Because we
support us. We
give
give them money.
But
We've been loyal customers for years.
yeah, if you like the New Mutants or like the X-Men and you're like, what's the New Mutants? And want to go on an adventure with me, email us, franklydonenetwork@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're always looking to expand. Like we've said a few times, if you've got an idea or you're like, oh man, I've got this podcast, but I don't want to go through the trouble of hosting it myself, give us a little type. Just a sample of what you're working with. Give us your idea. We'll do our best not to steal it. And franklydonenetwork@gmail.com. There you go. Maybe we should have a contest.
You should give that subscription box the mystery box.
It's true. Yeah, instead of selling it.
Yeah.
If you come up, that's it. All right. We're doing this.
Okay.
Now until 2016. Submit your idea for a podcast with the intention of you hosting it. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. And whichever one we like the best. Not only will we acquire you, we will give you the first Frankly Done Network box.
Yeah.
Mystery box.
Filled with all sorts of goodies. And hopefully you like nerdy things.
Yep. Which, if you don't, I don't know why you're listening to this. So, there we go. But no, right off the bat, if you want to find out how our week was, listen to the latest podcast from Frankly Done Network. Let's Taco About It. Live on iTunes. Comes out on Wednesdays. Short one. Enjoy listening to it while you eat a sandwich.
Yeah. If you have a
Or a veggie
half-hour
wrap.
lunch.
It's true. If you had an hour lunch, listen to it twice.
I worked at a place where it took you 5 minutes from your workstation to get to the lunchroom, but that didn't count. I mean, it counted in your lunchtime, so you really only got like a 20-minute lunch.
It sucks.
Hated that place.
Yeah, me too. I never even worked there. Cool. TV was great again this week. Do some highlights of it. Flash.
Wow, that Flash.
Let's just skip this episode. Grodd's coming back. Super pumped for that.
Can't skip this episode. This episode was the first episode that tone shifted at the end where it got dark.
Yeah, it got real dark. It was good.
Yeah,
Like-
it was good.
Because it was super goofy. The fake acting.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, I knew they were fake acting, so they were purposely doing it bad. But I was like, oh man, this is almost unbearable.
It was terrible,
But yeah, super dark. We get good looks at Zoom. We've seen them before, but
yeah, this is our first full-on encounter, him versus Barry.
yeah, got some. We'll get to some speculations, but got some little Easter eggs. Earth 2's Arrow was unmasked as Robert Queen,
Yeah.
which is Oliver Queen's father.
So they could potentially do kind of the Flashpoint story.
That's, a lot of people are thinking it was just a throwback to the Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne thing.
That would be cool, but I don't even know if that actor who played what's the name? Robert Queen still want to come back.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't think we need to see it at all. I think it was just a fun little one for the Flashpoint.
They should do a comic.
And then 2 for be like, oh my god, If you only watch The Flash, though, you're probably like,
So
cool. Yeah, he's Earth 1's Arrow, too. Whatever. Who cares? Oh, shoot a bow and arrow.
I wonder if there are a lot of people that only watch The Flash, because I think they get more numbers, but...
Yeah, they do. Huh. I mean, you probably have a few people who... Probably the same people watched season 1 of both, and then have just dropped off as the Arrow. Some of the whole flashback thing, like I know it's the whole point of its storytelling, but some of that gets kind of old for me.
Are we on the last year, or will next year be... What season are they on? 4?
4, so we got one more year.
One more year of flashbacks, and then you're done.
Yep.
No
They
more.
could stretch it out, though. They'll flash back to before.
They'll flash forward, and the show takes place 5 years into the future.
That would be the worst decision they can make. Do a 5-year jump just so they could have flashbacks.
That's what Lost did towards the end. They just did flash parallels,
Yeah.
and then it turned out to be a different... And it just... There's all...
They were all dead.
It's limbo.
If you haven't watched Lost by now, I don't feel bad.
Don't watch Lost now.
I'm thinking about watching it over.
Don't.
There's a lot of good shows. I saw 6 minutes in, we're already on a tangent.
Do that.
I saw it was like 50 best TV shows of all time.
Yeah.
Number 1 was Friends. A little disappointed about that.
Never was a
Don't
Friends
agree
man.
with it, yeah. There's probably some like psychological thing why I wasn't. It's like people in my life like that show, so I probably just naturally didn't. But Breaking Bad was too. I can support that.
Yeah.
There are some other gems in there. Most of the TV I watch was not on that
I
list.
bet.
But
You watch weird shows.
oh yeah, there are a lot of shows like The Wire and
Shield.
Sopranos and
Sopranos.
stuff that I want to watch, just have no way of doing it. But Lost was on that list, and I was like, oh well, I can rewatch Lost. I need to finish Dexter. I think I watched 2 seasons of it, 2 or 3.
Didn't get into that. Shows that I know end badly, like not badly where like everyone dies, but just where it's unfulfilling. Lost, I
Yeah.
feel, is unfulfilling. Dexter, I heard, was unfulfilling. Sopranos, I know, ends on a cliffhanger. I've been working my way through, and it's a really good show. But I've pushed that off for years because I don't like... Breaking Bad is a perfect show. It comes full circle. It
Yeah.
ends. It's not even all roses. It's just a well-crafted story. I don't like things that just end abruptly or I feel cheated.
That's how I feel about Secret Life of American Teenagers.
Wasn't the last episode like a highlights?
Yeah, built it up for weeks, and then it's just highlight reel, and then she leaves them.
Oh, gosh.
No lesson was learned.
They should have learned from Seinfeld, you don't end on a highlight reel.
They should have learned from, life that you don't leave the father that turned his life around to raise your kid so you can go out in New York and just study. Sorry, women, but that's wrong.
That's one of your weird shows I did unfortunately watch.
That's
a lot of them.
That's what men do.
What?
You need to be better than men. Leave their children,
Oh, okay.
go off to New York to fulfill their dreams.
YOLO. I had to watch that show. I was with this person for a while and had to watch the show, but then we split the final season. I'm like, never watching this show.
Yeah.
So you had to tell me what happened.
I like her. The main girl.
Shiley
fun.
Woodley or Shailene?
Shailene Woodley.
What's she doing?
Divergent.
Nothing.
Divergent girl.
The poor man's Hunger Games, which is the poor man's Running Man,
Yeah.
or that other, the
Maze
Japanese one. The name eludes me.
I don't know. Beyond the point.
What were we talking about?
Flash.
Oh, yeah, good show.
So Ian's paralyzed. Spoilers. And so a lot of people think it's going to leave it open for Wally West to jump in because we know he's been cast.
I think he's just going to be out one episode, honestly.
So, like the end or something.
Yeah. Oh, I saw a trailer for it, and they were saying something along, it's all mental. He should be able to walk.
Yeah, the New Zealand trailer. Yeah.
What will Flash do this week? Fucking tune in this week.
It dropped that Reverse Flash, quote unquote. It's coming back. But it's just Earth 2 Harrison Wells going to put the suit on to try and trick Rod, apparently.
That seems like a very sketchy plan.
In theory, it would work, I guess. And I'm assuming there's going to be flashbacks. I saw a picture of Caitlin petting Grodd.
Oh.
He was in the cage, so I'm like, that seems like it bad decision. The God we know and love.
Super smart monkey.
But Zoom, we'll focus on that. Any ideas who it is?
I can't take credit. I've been talking to this girl. Lead into the other show.
Doc Ock?
Yeah.
She came up with it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm talking
like
to
her.
Yeah, I'm talking to a girl that right now watches all these shows. You're like the only person I know that watches these shows, all of them.
It's true.
So I'm talking to a girl that, and yeah,
It's
she came.
Dave from GameStop.
Yeah, but I don't work with you anymore, so
It's
I'm
true.
no longer in close proximity to him. What am I going to do? Just go to GameStop every day? You don't want to be that guy.
Some people do.
Yeah, she came up with the theory that it's Earth 2 Barry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Why did I? That kind of blew my mind because I honestly did not think of that point.
Yeah, my first idea was Henry Allen. After they dropped the Robert
Yeah.
Queen stuff. But I'm like, well, they won't do two dads. I mean, if it is,
two dads.
it's good writing, but this Easter egg was bad.
Yeah, when I was talking to her, I'm like, that's when I came up with the dad being it. Because, I mean, he played Flash in the 90s, just an excuse for him to wear a suit again.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool. Like I said, it's good writing if it is his dad, because then you have the conflict of like, wow, this guy looks exactly like my dad, I can't kill him. And they're bringing his dad back in this next episode.
Are they?
I believe I saw him in the pictures.
That was so weird in episode 1 where he's like, I can't be here anymore. Like, what?
Yeah.
You're out of prison? Hang out with your son.
Deuces. But if it is his dad, this Robert Queen is bad writing.
I think the Robert Queen is just a throwaway Easter egg.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's what I'm hoping for. But if
That they
Flash,
should do an in-series comic book series. And do
Earth
it.
2 Zoom is, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Earth 2 Zoom is Harry Allen. Then it makes this Robert Queen just bad. It's like...
Or foreshadowing.
It's foreshadowing, but it's like... It's being like, oh, let's make it look like Glenn's dead. But then release pictures of him in the upcoming episodes of being alive.
We're going to talk about The Walking Dead
Later on.
But yeah, I don't know.
I'm all for it being Barry. I mean, that's great writing.
Yeah, that would be so cool. He's a little buff, this Zoom. A little more buff than Barry.
Speaking of buff, I was going to talk about this, but I was reading like 45 things about Deadpool, the movie.
Yeah.
And apparently the original suit had like a muscle layer, and they had to take it out because Ryan Reynolds was so ripped.
Nice.
It was like just breaking the suit. I was like, dude, that's the life goal right there.
Yes.
If you're too muscular to wear a muscle suit.
Very awesome.
But yeah, we'll find out. Probably not anytime soon, but
Yeah,
soon
they're going to be leading into the...
Yeah, we're 3 weeks out from the crossover.
Yeah.
So, is that 3 weeks before this episode?
I don't know.
I think it's not counting these episodes, so 3 weeks out from the crossover.
So do the
That's pretty
crossover
cool.
and lead into the other show.
Yeah, so we probably won't get Zoom's reveal until after that, because it'd be weird to reveal it and then jump to this crossover event. Unless that's what causes the crossover event, who knows. But speaking of crossovers, Arrow, decent episode. It's on the same par with the rest of them so far. I'm
getting a little tired of Arrow, the CW-ness of it, the love stuff between him and Felicity.
Yeah. He's lost the high-pitched voice, that's all.
Yeah, he did.
Speaking of which, sidebar, I didn't know this, you might have, until it was, I could have gone, but the money-wise stopped me.
Yeah.
The entire Arrow cast was in Louisville this past weekend.
What?
Yeah.
That was the one we got ads for in our comic book bags.
No, it's different.
Oh.
This was a Wizard World.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like $60 for one person just to get in. Maybe
Yikes.
only 40, but
Imagine how much it would have cost, though.
Stephen Amell was $60 for his autograph. Yeah, because I was like, oh, well, that'd be cool to go down, get some plugs. But I saw the prices for the autograph. I'm like, even like Willow was like 40. I'm like, I really like the show, but plus I'd have to buy something for them to autograph.
Make them sign pops.
That's true. Good on that. I mean, yeah, like it would have been cool if I had the money to buy like season poster or whatever.
Yeah.
And get them on. There's a lady at Comics to Games that has most of the cast on one. But yeah.
Stephen Amell seems like a really cool dude.
Yeah, the guy I worked with a while ago, got his picture with him, and you could tell the guy that I know was like, you know, having celebrity seizures.
He's having a celebrity crush?
Having celebrity crush, and Stephen Mel was just like, it's cool, man.
It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he does seem like a really nice guy. He probably would have if I just waited in line and was like, I don't want your autograph. I can't afford it, but I have a podcast. He probably would have done it. I should have gone. But for me, it would have been $80 to get in because I've got a wife.
Wait, you're married?
She likes to come with me.
Yes, she does.
Oh, jeez. That's on the other podcast.
They're all bleeding together.
But yeah, Adam comes back.
Speaking of small things.
I won't say who it was so I don't embarrass him. But they saw Adam on the screen and they were like, oh, is that Ant-Man? I was like, oh, that's adorable. But no, it's not. But yes, it is.
I mean, can you blame them though? I mean, if you're not super into comics like we are, it's all the same.
Yeah, I don't think it's something to be embarrassed about, but they might have been.
Ant-Man beat him to the punch because that movie came out this summer now, rather than people like...
Oh, isn't that the Atom?
Yeah. They're going to be like, isn't that Ant-Man?
Yeah. I'm sure Ant-Man came first in comics, too.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
No, wait. The Atom problem. I don't know. That's a good question. We should find out.
All right. Let me find out. But the Atom, back in Arrow. Decent episode. You know, you got some Damien Dark stuff, love triangles, like you were saying. Mr. Perfect got in on the action.
Yeah, he did.
It was really funny when he was like covering up Stephen Amell's face, and it's like, no, the jaw's not right. And it's like, you know, flip your lid when you find out the truth. No Constantine this episode. Hopefully we'll see him again at some point, but fans have started a new petition to get the show back, whether it be on Sci-Fi or Netflix or Hulu, any of them. I am a little disappointed that you can't watch the show on any of the streaming networks right now. I did like the characters, so it would be cool to watch the show. Guess I should have while it was still on air, though. It's probably my fault. But, yeah, started a petition to try and get the show back, so go out and sign it. If you really liked that episode, a lot of people did. Helped out their show, so not bad. What you got for me?
Well, the original Adam's Golden Age, he was in the 40s, but the Ray Palmer came out in 1961, which would have been around the time of Ant-Man. Yeah, so now I got 61, remember that year.
61, good year. The
I was saying the Atom beats it by a year then.
Let's see. Who would that been? President Lyndon, maybe? No.
No, it's probably Kennedy.
You think?
I don't know.
Probably like Grover Cleveland.
Yeah, the Atom beat him by a year.
Ooh. Busted.
Boom. The Ray Palmer Atom. Then there's a Golden Age to beat them all, but
usually when I make the arguments, I'm like, this DC character is just a Marvel ripoff. The DC character came out like 10 years before.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, DC's black licorice, so yeah, good show so far. Lucifer, which is kind of DC. It's Vertigo.
Vertigo's an imprint of DC.
So that's coming Jan 15th. I'll swing back to that in a little bit when we get to our comics for this week. I don't know anything about the show other than the premise has been pretty funny. I'll give it a try.
I don't know anything
Hopefully it's better than Heroes Reborn. But iZombie was good again. Not really much to say there. It's definitely a CW show. A little disappointed. I found out it has absolutely nothing to do with the comic. Other
really?
than iZombie.
Other than the namesake?
The name's different. I mean, the comic's called iZombie, but
what's her name? Isn't it something like...
In the show?
Yeah.
Olivia Moore, a.k.a. Liv Moore.
That's funny.
Just funny, yeah. But I mean, might try and get the omnibus of it, 'cause it's only like 42 issues. But, yeah, kind of disappointed by that. It's a little more supernatural in the comic than the show. But it's a fun show. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., good episode.
Was a good episode.
Andrew, who is May's husband, apparently the actor didn't know that he was Lash up until they shot that episode. Got the script and stuff, which is really cool. Because it would have been cool. It would have been impossible. But like the Morganthon episode of Walking Dead, they shot that episode last. So it was like they did 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, whatever, blah, 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 and then went back and shot 4 to keep it in suspense. And
To troll us a little bit.
Morgan troll the actors. But Morgan, there was times he was talking about, like, filming. He was like, oh, is this going to make sense later? Like, what's going on? Because nobody saw the script until, only Morgan and Eastman saw the script as far as actors are concerned.
Yeah, because at one
until
point,
that last scene.
they asked him where he learned the bow staff. He's like, the cheesemaker taught me.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently he had absolutely no idea what that meant when he said it, which is pretty cool. So it would have been cool if they did that with Andrew, but there would have been hard times for him to be like, oh, you're going to play this scene like you know something they don't know. So they probably didn't, but...
Now it seems like they can truly do what they thought they would do in the beginning, the Secret Warriors build an Inhuman team. We got Lincoln,
Yep.
Quake, the gay guy, and then...
It's the gay guy, the metal guy.
Yeah.
Metal melter. And that's it.
That's it so far. They'll find some more.
Yeah.
They got the multiple girl.
True. And then you got the cliffhanger of who that lady's actually working for. That was a weird noise I just made. So yeah, good show, but no, that's pretty. I like when they keep actors in the dark, especially when they're playing bad guys and they don't know it.
Yeah, I like it when they're in the dark because I'm in the dark.
Yeah, because it probably does. Like, because if you knew you were going to be a bad guy, you would play your role different up until that point. So that's really cool. But then the big show of the week, Walking Dead.
Walking Taco Dead.
What'd you think of the episode?
It was okay.
Yeah.
A little treading of water. I don't know why I got confused with the big thing that Maggie reveals. I thought she already said that, but I guess I got confused with the comics.
She already pregnant in the comics?
And wherever I left, stopped reading, she was.
Yeah, I'm a little faint on my memory of where I was, because I stopped reading like almost a year and a half ago, because I got so far, I was like, I don't want to get too far ahead, because it'll make me hate the TV show when they don't do stuff, you know? Yeah, Maggie's pregnant. Some people already guessed it with the whole, we'll see, parts or blah, 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 Glenn.
Is it just me with the promos? It seems like all the zombies are around that dumpster. I've seen multiple shots. I don't remember that happening in that episode.
When they pulled out and were playing that folk song, it was.
Okay.
That's what's leading a lot of people to think he's either under or in the dumpster. Because they show somebody getting eaten on top of Glenn or Glenn. That's not somebody, Nicholas. And then they pull out, and it looks like it's seamless.
Yeah.
But I think they cut where he either climbs under or climbs in somehow.
They're purposely trolling us with all this.
Yeah.
Because I don't know definitively. I think Glenn's still alive, but I could be wrong, and I wouldn't be surprised if I was wrong. But the way that body was on top of him, his intestines seemed to be coming out of his chest.
Yeah, I mean, if that was supposed to be him being eaten...
They got the anatomy wrong.
Yeah, shame on you guys. Did you take lessons from Denise or something for anatomy? Oh, bitch. But, yeah, I mean, unless it's just a super troll because they knew pictures of Jesus would get leaked. Mm-hmm. So they're just like, let's just have Glenn hang around set in costume, throw people off. That's brilliant. Good for them. I'll take back everything I said about... No, I won't. I'll take back everything I said about Greg Terrell. I'll never forgive Scott Gimple. Terrapins need saved. It's not a bar.
I watched that episode again because I watched it right before, and I just looked at that shirt and thought of you the whole time.
Yeah. Scott Gimble's probably going to open a bar called Terrapins, so he's like, this is my chance. No. So Glenn's pregnant.
Glenn's not pregnant. Maggie's pregnant.
Well, in theory, Glenn's pregnant. We got the This Is How Life Is speech about 6 different ways and 6 different times.
This is how life is. This is how life is.
The wall was bleeding. He thinks up with that.
Maybe the zombies would be impressed so hard it's like
that was
juicer.
Yeah, at first I thought it was a crack, and I was like, this isn't Doctor Who. There isn't a crack there.
There's a crack in the space-time continuum.
Because, I mean, spoiler alert, but 1, 2, 3, in the comics, the fence kind of breaks and then zombies, but it's like not the middle of a plate where the plates meet. But yeah, that's my initial thought was zombies are just being pressed up and squished through rivet holes or something, because it's not a perfect cold rolled steel fence. I've heard a lot of other theories where people think the catwalk that they were up on is like right there.
Yeah.
Which in the scenes it seems like it is right there, but when you pull out in like old scenes, there doesn't seem like there is one. So they could have built something real quick. So a lot of people think maybe Spencer shot himself. So it's like his blood dripping and hitting right there, you know? Just possible. It would be an interesting storyline. Don't see what the point of that would be.
Drama.
Deanna's already gone off the deep end.
I was thinking, you think if they got a really big stick instead of the top and just kept poking them in the head, like killing all the zombies, and do what they did at the prison when
There's so many ways to like take care of that, and then you'd still have that pile of walkers where people far away are gonna be like, "Oh crap, walkers."
Well, yeah, like they did in the prison where they just poke a bunch in the head, tick, 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 and then that would build up, and then they distract them so they can get rid of those bodies.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, they just kept stacking on top of each other.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely more than there was at the prison, but yeah, you could easily, get some silencers. You don't want to waste bullets, but...
Definitely don't want to waste bullets.
Some fire.
I was watching another show that kind of made me think of The Walking Dead. Have you ever watched Last Man on Earth?
Yes.
Well, in the latest episode, I'm just going to expose how ignorant I am, but gas can go bad.
Yes.
And it goes bad in this The Last Man on Earth. How long do you think they've been zombified? And isn't gas going to start going bad for them?
Yeah, so it's roughly understood, or not, that's not the word I want to use, but generally understood 3 years gas would go bad untreated.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives you a timeline that we're only about 2.5 years into The Walking Dead.
When I found that out, I gave up any chance of me ever living in the post-apocalypse.
Really?
I'm like, oh man, gas will go bad? Screw that.
So I gotta get a horse. There's some other things where
No, my whole plan is just to veg out somewhere with like a generator and just watch movies, but...
You got 3 years to do it. Yeah. And Last Man on Earth, they have a cow, and then last episode of Walking Dead, they have the goat. And it's funny, because they milk them,
mm-hmm.
but those animals don't milk without being fertile. So... who's knocking up these animals? Eastman.
You're going to knock them up. You just got to keep them happy.
Yep.
Just
I
keep
don't know.
them happy.
But yeah, that was a cool tie-in that made me think about, because the other local podcast company that does TV shows, they were talking about that too.
Oh, about gas?
About gas going bad.
I don't listen to that show, so I can't claim to steal.
And even mentioned Last Man on Earth as a reference, which is pretty funny. But yeah, so gives you a little bit of a timeline there. Unless, you could argue that they're doing diesel, but we've seen those cars.
But diesel only lasts like up
2
to 6 more years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then jet fuel lasts up to 10. They explained it all in Last Man on Earth. They got it.
Yep.
They covered it all.
The show got super awkward.
Did
That's
it?
Man.
Oh, you watched that show?
Yeah, we do. Man, maybe in the off-season we should catch up and that'll be our TV show.
I'm already caught up on it. I've seen every episode.
Well, episode by episode podcast.
Oh, okay.
Record. But I say in the summer, we go to school. When we have more time in the summer.
Well, in the summer, we won't have the shows that lean on like we did in the early days.
Yep.
We just had to talk about actual comics.
Yep. That's what's awkward. All these shows happen at once.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have Agent Carter back, probably.
Man, next week we're going to have Jessica Jones.
Cool. Well, not next week.
Yeah, next week.
It'll come out next week, but we won't talk about it.
Well, should we...
Next week we'll do predictions.
Yeah, we can kind of explain Jessica Jones a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but we won't be able to watch it until the following week.
Oh, I've got a trade embargo. I've already seen it. Trade embargo. I didn't have to say trade, but I've already seen every episode. I go to the meetings.
I know you do. Alright, so Star Wars, some pictures were released.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
I'm about to
Showing
go
some
on
other
blackout
things.
on Star Wars, though. I'm getting tired of seeing all this stuff.
Yeah, Disney's been pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
but you get international people are getting different stuff, and that gets leaked to us. And
yeah. I don't want to start building the movie in my head, which is what I'm doing. Okay, this is gonna have this Act 1. It's probably Act 2. Act 3, Luke Skywalker saves everyone.
Alright, so you're going blackout.
Probably not. I don't have the... I'm gonna go blackout a few days before I will officially
Oh yeah, you're not going to be able to get on social media between the release and...
I probably will delete apps on my phone. That's how serious I'm. Like, I will know nothing.
I told you you're only allowed to have one.
Oh, that's not.
But yeah.
I will.
See, I'm the opposite. Like Friday after it comes out, I'll be like 20 things you missed in Star Wars. Oh,
as soon as I watch Star Wars, yeah, I'm gonna want all that stuff. I'm gonna watch it all. But I'm telling you, like Wednesday, delete Facebook, delete Twitters, delete.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Frankie's going dark, guys.
I'm going dark. I'll just watch my Blu-rays.
I'm just gonna spoil everything in the podcast. Be like, I actually got an early release with that one guy who sadly passed, but he got to see the movie, so that was really cool. Though.
Yeah, that was a cool story.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. J.J. Abrams. But Princess Leia's General.
Leia. They said Solo, or they say Organa.
I just saw that she was going to be called General instead of Princess, but one character is going to slip. They didn't say who, though. My guess is Chewie.
Slip meaning?
Calling her Princess instead of General.
Oh. No, Chewie won't say it. He can't.
Womp womp.
It's going to be Han Solo. That's the only one that would have been around long enough to call her Princess.
Or one of her kids, a.k.a. Kylo Ren.
And Rey.
Princess.
Yeah, that's the international trailers really making it seem like Rey is the daughter. Cause I've been waiting on my family.
Chewie, we're home. Oh.
They really make it seem like Chewie's the one that dies.
Man, instead of reviewing the movie, let's get the script and do it in all Australian accents. But we'll play all the parts.
The Force binds us. It's all around us.
That reminds me, I need to write something down. Fill the air.
Judge me by your... I'm a comedian. I'm from Australia. No. They say no weird. No. Say can't.
No, don't touch me.
My New Zealand and Australian accent are the same, and I think...
So are theirs.
No. I went to a wedding where it's New Zealand people. No, it wasn't New Zealand. But there was one Australian guy there, and...
Aye.
Australian accents, I think, are a little bit lower.
I'd believe that. That sounds accurate.
Hi, mate. No, that's
Australian time with Frankie. There was the whole Finn Calrissian thing, which you joked about before.
I joked many times, like, there's only one black character in the whole Star Wars universe. His name's Lando. And now there's another one.
Two.
Must be a son.
Yep.
I even said Finn Calrissian. That's so...
It wasn't an official licensor, but it's like a puzzle. Lists them as Finn Calrissian.
Yeah, it was on Amazon, but it was sold from a vendor. Now, I've worked Amazon for years. They had a vendor program, like a fulfillment type thing, where you could sell on their website, and even the warehouses will hold stuff from these vendors.
Yeah.
So it wasn't officially licensed, or maybe it wasn't. They're just trying to backtrack now. I think that's the laziest writing ever, honestly. Yeah, Finn is Lando's son. Like, not
other than just a throwback to Billy D.
Yeah.
Like, from what we've seen, it doesn't serve any purpose. Other than it's like, it would make sense why he was a stormtrooper, though.
Why is that?
Because in the First Order, apparently the stormtroopers are, like, born into it and, like, raised to be stormtroopers and raised to hate Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
So, since Lando is technically a bad guy.
No, he's not. He turns it around. He destroys the second Death Star.
Turns it around, but...
Lando is not a friend to the Empire, and he sympathizes to the Empire. He blew up the Death Star.
Could say that about Greedo.
No, you can't.
What's the guy from Episode 1? The bug thing?
Watto?
Or
Sebulba?
Terrible character.
Oh, Watto.
The pod racer guy.
There's Sebulba. He's a pod racer. Watto is the slave owner.
Yeah.
I heard another podcast. They said something is on a Kevin Smith one. How the word master and slave is said a little bit too much in these movies to put this weird kind of undertone. Because this is kind of relevant. It happened last week, but they're doing away with slave Leia merchandise.
Yeah.
And the one guy's like, I'm fine with it. Star Wars has always had just slave and master way too much.
So is it like the word slave is why they're getting rid of it, or is it the outfit?
Probably both.
Yeah, because I thought it was the outfit. I didn't even think that. That's
Slave
the world
Leia.
I live in. Slavery doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I'm not against it. I mean, I think...
It's terrible to say.
What?
Slavery doesn't even matter.
Oh.
It does.
It does matter.
It does, but...
I think they're not just going to whitewash it. Not whitewash, that's the wrong word. You got...
Welcome to the Race Podcast.
Gosh, you got me going in weird... They're not going to, like, take all slave land merchandise and burn it. They're just saying, like, hey, we're not going to make any more. We're not really going to talk about it. It's there. Because Slave Leia was only ever said in merchandise. It wasn't said in the movie. Like, shut up, Slave Leia.
Yeah. She was a slave. So get your Slave Leia pops. Why you can.
Some would argue that was part of their plan, though. The backup, she came in as the bounty hunter, and that didn't work. But it's empowering, too. She's the one who kills Jabba.
Yeah. With her slave chain.
So, yeah, I'm not...
No.
Some people argue the world's getting a little too PC, but that one's kind of a moot point. I mean, there's always going to be cosplayers dressing up like that, no matter what.
Yep.
So I'm fine. And as long as...
There's always going to be guys that look like Jabba the Hutt who like it.
Yeah.
But
I don't know where I lie with this, because I...
The slave master thing. I'll have to pay attention when we review the old movies on December 3rd and December 10th.
We'll see how episode 1 is very racist.
And then December 17th, we'll give our predictions for the new one, along with maybe Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah.
Predictions.
I'll do a shout out again to my brother Bernie and his girlfriend Ellen.
Oh yeah, how'd the experiment go?
They borrowed my Blu-rays. I have all of them. And she'd never seen any of the movies, so she's...
Womp womp.
Well, she needed to see them because we're going to see it on the 18th. She asked what to order, and I got this online a couple years ago to watch New Hope, Empire, and then Empire ends on a cliffhanger. Obviously, something big is revealed. Then you go back and watch episode 1, 2, and 3, even though they were made later. Just kind of give a bigger story. So rather than looking at them as 1 through 3, 4 through 6, two separate beings, it all just becomes a big Anakin/Darth Vader story.
Yeah.
As opposed to the original trilogy's Luke's story.
And that's what they did?
Mm-hmm.
How'd it go?
She liked it. My brother had already seen them. She had so many questions throughout the whole process. I had to go over once and explain a lot of things. But they liked it.
Why'd Han shoot first if he's supposed to be our hero?
They didn't even know. See, if you don't have a reference, you don't know who shot first.
I do.
We always know.
I've never actually even seen where Greedo shoots first version.
I have. The original VHS, son.
They changed it in the VHS?
No, they changed it in the special edition.
I was going to say, yeah, the VHS should be Han.
Han shoots first.
I'm pretty sure the Laserdisc is.
That's the original. They had the VHS, and then when they first did the DVD release, they had both special edition and original. I'm stupid though, and I sold those.
Yeah. They've got new ones out right now. Then they've got all pretty cool covers. They've got like the main, like episode 1 has Maul.
Oh, the steelbooks.
I think they were steelbooks.
I don't think they've been the original unedited versions are on those
probably
yet.
Not, but
they'll be coming someday.
The packaging was cool.
What?
The packaging was cool.
Oh,
steelbooks.
I thought you were like waiting for me to do an innuendo. Like that's what she said.
I wasn't. You just looked at me weird stuff.
Oh.
And then other news: the X-Men Apocalypse trailer is going to be in Star Wars apparently. So
the Ivan Ooze movie.
Pretty pumped for that. Yep, Ivan Ooze.
Hopefully they fixed it in post.
I've seen other pictures, and it had to have been the lighting or something in that picture that made him look more purple.
So many people had to approve that cover.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's what it was. They had to have fixed it later. Like, oh man,
I mean, he looks very similar, but he's blue, not purple.
So it's just gonna be movie starring Oscar Isaac with the trailer starring Oscar Isaac. He's Poe Dameron in the Star Wars movie, and he's...
Is that the X-Fighter?
Yeah.
Man, I hate that guy.
You hate him? And he's Apocalypse.
Just because I have a chance to get his pop, and I don't want it.
The thing I'm really interested to see is why they both wear the same jacket. Finn and Poe. The action figure has the same jacket. Like, you'd think Star Wars would have more than one jacket.
Nope. It's the official jacket of the Republic.
This is a crazy time to be a Star Wars fan because you have no idea what these movies could be. The prequels, where they were new, you still knew eventually Anakin becomes Vader. All these Jedi die. We have no idea what could happen 7, 8, and 9. None. So it's really exciting. Because even after we see 7, we'll kind of have an idea maybe about 8. So this is the only time we probably can say this.
Yeah, I've got full faith that unfortunately Chewbacca's going to die.
It really seems that way.
We'll see him again in the Han Solo movie, I think, if Peter lives for it. Peter Mayhew.
Oh, yeah. Well,
dude's unhealthy, let's be honest. But yeah, I've seen that picture of her crying over a dead body, and it's so either the Ewoks come back, or Jar Jar borrowed a jacket.
I don't want him to die.
Me either. I'm going to be very sad.
I don't want anyone to die.
Might be the saddest podcast we ever have. But Harrison Ford, speaking about old people that might die.
Wow.
He doesn't listen to this.
No, but still.
He probably will Google his name.
Will he die though? Think about it. He has a leg broken. He was in an airplane crash. Man's pretty tough.
That's true. But yeah, he apparently hinted at Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah, I think it was said at an awards ceremony.
Yeah. They were asking his opinion on the rumors of being recast, and he was like, I'm going to play the role.
I think Steven Spielberg flat out said, we are going to do another Indiana Jones movie. Harrison Ford will star in it.
Yeah, he said, when I'm ready. Mm-hmm. But it seems like he's warming up to the idea. He probably has had the script done since Crystal Skull.
No, I think Lucas does the script.
Really?
Yeah, so that's a weird... I don't know, since Lucas sold to Disney. It's always been, this is Lucas's story, Spielberg just directs it.
Oh.
He's definitely involved, but there's some whole backstory. They were on Spielberg and Lucas were on a beach, and they came up with the idea. Wouldn't it be cool?
If an archaeologist went on trips.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called Expedition Unknown, starring my good friend Josh Gates on the Travel Channel. Wednesdays. Tuesdays.
Oh, that guy's show? Didn't he have another show before?
Destination Truth, where he went hunting monsters. It was fantastic. He had one before that, which was like...
Just keep giving this guy shows.
It was like a reality show where they would just drop people off in the woods for like 30 days to see if they could survive. He's a nice guy. I talked to him for a while. He was down in Lexington back in September, but it was the weekend of my wife's birthday. And it didn't land our Comic-Con here. So it's kind of double booked already. It didn't seem fair to be like, it's your birthday, but this is my hero. And,
come on, you're going to have more birthdays.
And he owes me a conversation. But he's a super nice guy. The show's pretty good, too. Let's keep on moving.
Keep this
gravy train going. So there's a fan film, Spider-Man Lives, starring Miles Morales.
Well, yeah. I was going to say something, but I forgot. You made me watch it before the show.
Starring a black guy. Half black.
Half Hispanic.
Latino.
Yeah.
And that was pretty good. I mean, it was what you would expect from a fan film, but they definitely had resources to use.
Mm-hmm.
Kangaroo.
Most Australian guy ever.
Yeah. That was good. Kid's not the best actor. A little bit older, you pointed out.
Yeah, because originally, first straight out the gate, Miles Morales is young. They flash forward a few years, but in the comic, but when he's first right out the gate taking over Peter, he's young.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably... they were either looking at later years, because he was in college later, right? When they make the jump.
Where I stopped reading, it wasn't college, it was more... He goes to a boarding school where he's there during the week and comes home on the weekends, but I think it's more he went to high school. Yeah,
because there was an X-Men Ultimate Universe crossover thing.
Oh.
But that's probably what it was, a boarding school. I just thought it was a dorm.
Yeah, there's dorms.
But yeah, these people were obviously in college. But not bad, you know. Good little setup. I think Marvel should take a stab at it.
They're definitely riding the Peter Parker train.
Yeah.
That kid's getting ready. You see the Instagram where he's doing flips.
Yeah, he's a really cool kid. We should meet him too.
Those Brits can act, man. I have full faith.
Yeah.
They'll do it right.
I mean, yeah, if he hits it off right, we're going to get a Spider-Verse.
We got less than a year then we're going to see him.
Yeah.
And probably sooner, they're going to do the trailer, right? For Star Wars. You said that. They're going to do Civil War trailer and the X-Men one.
Say that.
Okay, well, I'd read it. They're doing both.
But
we're getting
cool.
two.
Good to know.
We might see Spider-Man in that trailer. I don't know. If I'm Marvel, I'm holding that back a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see Tom. Maybe we'll see Asa Butterfield.
Why not me?
Just be like, I spot a man. Shut up, Butterfield.
Butterfield. Is he British? I don't know. I think only
everyone's
Holland was British.
British these days.
I was British once.
But yeah, I'm going to do my best on the website. I'm not too good at the whole video things.
Oh, you're going to put it up there?
I'm going to try, but yeah, I mean, it's easy to find. Go find it. It was worth watching, at least. And then your dream finally came true of Avenger bedding for adults.
I swear, I was looking for years for this stuff because I have a queen-size bed. They do not... I even was rocking a twin-size bed just because I wanted the cool sheets.
Yeah. Everyone made fun of you.
You know what it's like trying to bring a girl home to a twin-size bed?
With Avenger sheets.
Avengers sheets and Star Wars comforter. Pulled it off, my friend, but...
You did. Quite a few times.
Quite a few times. Yeah, so finally, it's on ThinkGeek right now. They have a full-on comforter and a sheet set. You know, Christmas is around the corner, and that's what I want. I've got a down comforter that needs a duvet. So I'm trying to... yeah, no, I'm super fancy. It needs a duvet.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea. They are cool, though.
I like it because it's subtle. It's more...
Yeah, I mean, the comforter especially is very subtle. It's like just grayish, black.
But little superhero accents.
Got like a trim of comic strips.
That's like perfect for a bedroom.
Yeah. I mean, the sheets aren't bad either. I mean, looks like old-timey comics. But let's be real.
Let's be real. You shouldn't just have one set of sheets. You should be changing those out.
That's true. More frequent than you think you should.
The studies show that only 1 in 4 guys wash their sheets. Yeah, once
period.
a year. Yeah. I mean, I haven't changed my sheets in 20 years.
Oh.
Just kidding. I wash the sheets every week, the comforter every other week. That's my system. Not that anyone cares.
I've done it pretty frequently, but yeah, I don't use my sheets. I just sleep on top.
That's weird. That's super weird.
It's weird. No, I'm not denying that.
You're a weird human.
Thanks, man.
You watch weird shows and you sleep on top of your comforter.
I just watch too many TV shows. I don't sleep that often. I've adapted to 4 hours of sleep so I can fit it all in.
You mean you don't have a blanket at all?
No, like, I sleep under the comforter, but not in sheets.
Oh, that's not as weird. I thought you just, like, sleep on top of a bed every time.
Sometimes.
They only do that in the dead of summer.
It's hot out there, man. Not very comics, but Winnie the Pooh is a girl, quote unquote. I'm going to sound very sexist, but let's be real. Winnie the Pooh is a boy.
I would say...
It's a bear.
He's a bear. Does not really have a sex, but if you forced a gun to my head, I would say he's a boy.
Yeah.
Because I've never met a woman that driven by food.
I mean, let's be real. If we give into this, next thing I'll be like, oh, well, actually, Piglet's gay. That's probably been out already. Who am I talking about?
Maybe it could be.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. But the story is a new book came out called Finding Winnie. It's available on Amazon. I suggest you go to franklydunn.com/Amazon. Click the link so you can support us while you support Winnie the Pooh. But it's the history of how the book was created and stuff. But the long story short, this guy found a female black bear cub tied up. So he brought it with him. He was in the army. And it was like his little buddy. He named it Winnipeg, a.k.a. Winnie, because he was from Canada. And then he was going into France, being deployed. So he went to the London Zoo and was like, hey, would you watch my bear for me? Thanks, bros.
Thanks, brah.
And then a little boy named Christopher Robbins kept visiting it, was enthralled with it. Is that the word I want to use?
Enamored.
Enamored, thank you. And his dad was, the name escapes me, but the writer of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh.
But this boy changed his bear, Edward, to Winnie, because he loved the bear so much. So, yes, the bear is based off a female, but let's be real. Pooh is a man.
Yeah.
A man's man.
Ain't no girl gonna be named Pooh.
That's true. Well, I guess it's Winnie the Pooh. But then it's like, what's a Pooh anyways, you know? Do stuffed animals really have sexes?
You're just naming a piece of Pooh Winnie.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's a silly argument to make.
It is.
But...
That's your non-news. What are you doing with this? Get this out of my face.
That was my non-news. I'm following it up with GTA 6. Got till 2020 before we get it.
Yeah.
I've got till 20.
You were
23.
talking about this before.
But apparently it's going to be the whole U.S. for the map, which sounds amazing up front, which explains why they need so many years. But apparently none of this has been confirmed by them. So I'm like, all right, well, where's it coming from? But apparently they're building the map first, and then they're going to build the story afterwards, which sounds like a terrible idea. But if you're doing the whole U.S., you need to make sure you got that locked down, and then you can focus on, we spent 12 hours on New York and only 3 on Lexington. But that's mine. Like, so is it going to be like, all right, well, you're in New York, and then you're in Philadelphia, and then blah, 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 and you make your way across America? Or is it literally, can I buy this game and just chill out in Cincinnati all day? Because I'll do that. I'll play until I can access Kentucky, and then I'll just run Kentucky like post-apocalyptic world that Rick Grimes wants it to be.
You need to get Fallout, man.
Fallout's a fun game, but I don't have the desire to play games.
The reason I'm not thinking this is right is because after GTA 4, that was the rumor for GTA 5. It was going to be the whole U.S. I think, and I've heard some more rumblings that the next Rockstar game will be a sequel to Red Dead.
Yeah, that will make me buy an Xbox One.
I was trying to look this up. The game that I think you'll like is PS4 exclusive. It's called Zero Dawn. I believe that's it. Yeah. Listen to this.
Yeah.
It's a robot dinosaur hunting game.
It's sold.
Yeah, you're in a spaceship, and the galaxy is infinite. They said you can play this game for 80 years and not run into someone else. It's online. It just randomly generates more planets and stuff, and you just discover each planet has different kind of characteristics. I mean, clearly they're going to share certain characteristics. There's only so many skins and stuff. But that's the game I think you would like, if you like it.
So it's Dinobots meets Interstellar.
Yes.
Love
Zero Dawn. And I think at the Paris, what's it called? There's this PlayStation event in Paris. They said it's going to support
PlayStation 4.
PlayStation 4. It's going to support VR, PlayStation VR, so virtual.
Nice.
So you'll be able to put your headset on and just be immersed in this space
dinosaurs. There you go. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm going to play that game when it comes out.
Speaking of video games,
okay,
we are looking for someone to cover them for us. Write us a little essay. So if that's you, reach out to us, franklydonenetwork@gmail.com.
Man, I play a lot of games, but do I want to do long-form reviews? I don't know if I want to do that.
I mean, I could find them online, but I'd rather have one of our listeners do it.
If you guys want, I could talk about games more in depth and get certain ones. I want to get Fallout 4 right now, but it's kind of Christmas time. I need to save my money.
I would see. That's why I was done with Christmas back in August. Did it right this year.
I love dystopian kind of games and future, so I like Fallout 3 a lot. I didn't play New Vegas because I was married and it took up all my time. But can't play games, married. But I love the whole idea of it. This new one's set in Boston. Come on.
Boston.
Get in the car. Get in the car. This is a dystopian future.
All right. I've got a list of 25 movies Marvel should consider for Phase 4.
Yeah, name them off.
I'm just going to go through them. Guardians 3. I think it's a pretty good one.
Given.
Ant-Man/Wasp 3. Maybe.
Wasp
could happen. Doctor Strange 2. Probably. Spider-Man 2. Yeah. That's a funny picture. It's hollandaise sauce. Someone photoshopped his head onto Spider-Man's body very poorly. Actually looks like Captain Marvel's body instead. Venom would be cool.
That movie coming out would have to lay the groundwork, but yeah.
Sinister 6. Warlock and the Infinity Watch. I think we'll wrap that up pretty well. Thunderbolts could be cool. They'd have to get Deadpool rights back, though.
Well, I don't know if Deadpool's solely with the Thunderbolts.
I mean, it's not vital.
That's the newest Thunderbolts. I think if they do more old school, where it's
the villains.
Yeah, it's a lot like Suicide Squad.
Yeah. I guess they'd see how well Suicide Squad does before they do that one.
I wonder who came first. I'm not going to look it up.
Me either. We'll go with Marvel. Black Panther 2, probably a given. Avengers 5, I don't know if that'll happen.
It will. I don't think it'll be our Avengers that we know now.
They'll all be dead.
They'll be dead.
Captain Marvel too, yeah. Inhumans probably. Spider-Woman would be cool. I'd rather see a Spider-Verse. Runaways.
They've been kind of hinting that before.
I don't know if they'd have the rights for that though.
It's Marvel.
You sure?
Joss Whedon's the writer, so you got multiple parties.
Incredible Hulk 2. Captain America 4. Doubt that.
Well, unless it's
yeah,
Bucky or
you'd
Falcon.
have a new person.
Or me. I forgot to tell you, I've been doing mocap.
Thor 4 with Lady Thor.
Thor 4, that's just what it should be called.
Thor 4.
Thor 4.
Nova, I'd like to see that. Depending on which one they picked. You'd have to tie it in with Guardians, though. I guess they've already laid some groundwork of the Nova Corps.
I'll pitch it right now if you want.
Okay.
Helmet shows up on Earth.
Sam Alexander
picks it up.
Oh,
finds out about this whole universe. And that will it'll immediately... it's a lot like Green Lantern, I'll give you that.
True.
It instantly transports him to the Nova Corps.
Yeah.
Boom.
The Sam Alexander and his dad storyline was pretty good in the comics. And the new one that started's cool. They work together, but then they're like, Sam, it's your day off. You don't need to come to this fire. I got this. He's like, I don't care. I like doing this stuff. Yeah,
that's what that movie should be. Either crashes on Earth or he finds it in his dad's garage.
Yeah, if they did Sam, which they seem to be doing, tying in with comics pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
You could do the first one would be Sam doing some stuff, throwing some Guardian Easter eggs. Rocket can help him out for a little bit, or Cosmo. Then he gets his dad back at the end. And the second one, you got both of them hanging out.
His dad's been missing his whole life. That's not his whole life, but
that's he leaves when he's real young,
and he just never knew his dad. Mom didn't talk about him. Going through the garage, finds the helmet.
There you go.
Turns out his dad's been captured this whole time.
Marvel, give us a call. 1-800-Frankly Dunn.
I'm actually on the star of that movie. I've been doing some mocap for the last 6 months.
Frank Dunn.
That's my new saying. I've been doing mocap for the last 6 months.
New Warriors.
Ping pong suit.
Could be cool. Illuminati. That could be cool too, but I don't
know if that'd be a whole movie.
Yeah. Fantastic Four.
We're getting a Fantastic Four movie called Incredibles 2.
We're getting a Fantastic Four movie called Creed.
I'm stoked for that movie.
Namor. Just they don't have the rights for Namor, so
some weird company has Universal.
Yep. Not. Defenders. Again, need Namor. Not necessarily, but
not the Defenders. The Defenders.
Oh yeah, that's the Netflix show.
That's the Netflix show.
Oh, that's stupid.
You're thinking of the Invaders.
Yeah. Blade, which was in talks for Netflix, but I think they're doing The Daughter if they go through with it.
I think they should have Wesley Snipes more of a mentor and make The Daughter more of the star. I think that could work.
Yeah, I haven't decided if I'm going to get that book or not.
I won't get it.
To see. I'll get issue 1, but Ghost Rider, give it another shot.
Ghost Ride the Whip.
That would be... So last week we talked about possibly dropping Iron Fist for Punisher. They could throw Ghost Rider into there and have this whole Netflix world, but then you deal with how many Netflix shows do they actually want?
We want 1 million. We just, every month...
Well, we want them, yeah. They have 12 shows that just cycle every month. That'd be great.
2 a month. Let's do this.
But...
I don't need a life. I don't really have much of a life now.
Iron Man 4. These are honorable mentions. That's the last one. I don't need another Iron Man movie. But I'm not a big Iron Man fan.
Where he fights the true Mandarin in Fin Fang Foom. That's all I ever wanted.
Fin Fang Foom would be cool to see. You got anything else? News-wise?
News-wise? No. I think I brought up the... I don't do research for this show.
Alright guys, well we mentioned it a little bit earlier, but Christmas is coming around.
It is.
Perfect time for you to show your support for Frankly Dunn Network. We're not asking for money. That's the cool part about us.
We don't want your money.
We do, but...
Not in the traditional sense.
We're not begging for it.
Yeah.
All we're asking you to do is, you're going to shop on Amazon anyways. Let's be real, it's Christmas. Go there through franklydunn.com/Amazon. Click on the link, banner, send you right there. That's all you gotta do. And then you get your free trial of Prime just in time for Black Friday. Got a little sneak preview of some of it. Looking pretty good out there, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Got your movies. Got all kinds of weird stuff's gonna pop up. Last year we both picked up the complete Guardians Legends line.
Mm-hmm.
That
They're
was
super
pretty
cheap.
cool.
Today, not that they'll hear this today, the Sopranos show's going the whole series on
Is it?
Blu-ray for $70. That's a really good deal because
I saw that.
it's like $200 normally.
Yeah. A couple of days ago, they had the full Justified series in the special edition with the flask. That was like $70
No
too.
one ever watched that show.
I'll tuck that when we're not doing this plug. But, yeah, so just go do your free trial Prime if you don't have it already. If you do, good for you, man.
Good job.
Add stuff to your cart. Buy it like you would normally. We're going to get a piece of the profits. Stick it to Amazon. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Christmas shop. If you need some suggestions, we've got November suggestions up on franklydunn.com/support. Got a little bit of everything for everybody. December we'll have some new ones, so check then.
Yeah, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, there's Hanukkah and
Yeah,
Kwanzaa.
7 gifts. Kwanzaa gifts.
Yeah, and if there's another holiday, like Festivus or...
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying Christmas because that's my background. I've celebrated a few of them a few times. Hanukkah's a lot of fun.
Oh, you celebrated Hanukkah.
Holidays. Yeah, get somebody a gift, you know. Get yourself a gift. That's the best kind of gift you can give.
Yeah, that's what I do all the time.
Yeah, weekly.
I mostly just buy for myself.
I'm like, I need a shirt. Oh, Star Lab shirt. Cool. Bought.
Bought mine.
And that's at my house. It's that easy, folks. Thanks. But, no. So this Justified, it was a couple days ago, and I thought about buying it, but we're trying to relocate right now, so me and my wife. So I was like, all right, I don't need this. Plus, with Christmas coming up, and I've never seen the show. I'm sure I'm going to like it because it takes place in Kentucky, and it's critically acclaimed.
What show?
Justified. It's my new favorite thing to say, critically acclaimed, because it doesn't mean anything.
Justified.
But, so I was like, alright, I won't buy this for myself. So I sent it to her, being like, hey, Christmas. And then, the more I thought about it, I was like, it's a lot of money. Because we've got spending limits on each other, you know?
You might want to... I thought that show was on Netflix.
Not anymore.
Not anymore? It took it
Got
off?
pulled, yeah. Yeah. As soon as I found out I was in Kentucky, it got pulled. I was like, no.
No, in Lexington.
So, missed out on it. Kind of regret it, but at the same time, I'm not big on owning TV shows.
Yeah.
You know, there's some that will never be streaming, so.
I bought all the Seinfeld, and then Hulu has it.
Yep.
And I just watch it on Hulu rather than...
Yeah, I've got all of Gilmore Girls, but it's on Netflix. So if I want to watch it, I'll watch it on there. I'm not going to put a disc in. I think this is 2005. Ridiculous. But yeah, Justified.
Justified.
What are you doing? Don't worry, it's Justified. Cheesiest line ever. Okay, so this week, should have had Sci-Fi Block. Kind of mad at Nerd Block. Not sure what's going on with that. Everyone else has gotten it but me.
Yeah, that is weird.
Rundown. He had choice of 2 different t-shirts, both involving hoverboards. Not a big fan of either.
I love hoverboards, though.
That's why I said you can have the shirt.
Okay.
You got either a 11th or 12th Dr. Pop keychain.
The mini pops.
Which
Mini pops.
cool either way. Hoping for 12 when I actually do get my box. Got 1 of 5 Star Wars Force Awakens pops. If I'm not mistaken, it is Kylo Ren, Stormtrooper, BB-8, C-3PO, or the X-Wing fighter guy.
Poe Dameron.
Yeah.
Dude, I love me some Poe.
I don't even know who this guy is.
Oscar Isaacs.
Should I know who this guy is?
He's in movies.
Well, no, the character.
Oh. I think Shattered Empire right now, it's about his parents. It'll lead into the movie. There's a Star Wars comic going out now.
Oh,
I got issue 1,
cool.
but man, I can't buy them all.
Exactly. Star Wars Mad Libs. Yeah, could go either way with
I
that.
wish I got this block. It sounds awesome.
1 of 4 Star Wars koozie cups, cheaply made.
Goofy cups.
And then a Claudia Williams autograph picture from Back to the Future, which is cool. You know, she was at the con, Cincinnati Comic Expo, I guess. And thought about getting her autograph there, so that's pretty cool. I'm sure it's only like pretty small.
She has a cool t-shirt about Save the Clock Tower, and then says her name, because she writes the note in the first Back to the Future movie.
Save the Clock Tower.
Yeah, but she writes. I forget what she writes on the back of the note and gives to Marty.
Save the clock tower.
No, she writes some special note to him.
I love you.
It's something like that.
Go
yeah.
back in the past and have yourself with your mother. Ugh. No. Yeah, I did get the welcome block today, though. I don't recommend the welcome blocks for anyone. I thought it came with a t-shirt. It does not.
There's an incentive to sign up for new blocks. I thought about it, but now after seeing what the welcome block came with, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so it's the Spike Titan figure that you got like a few months ago in your horror block.
I got a Spike figure in both, the regular block and the horror, but one was bloody and one wasn't. And I don't really watch Buffy at all.
I got Game of Thrones.
I mean, those were
off-brand
okay.
coasters. They're cool. Yeah,
I don't so much like the paper coasters, but
yeah, they're gonna be dead.
But since they give me so many of them that I don't mind using them, and then they die.
Cheap little bracelet thingy. That's a exclusive.
Yeah.
Got a wristband I already gave to you. Has quotation marks on it. I think it's the Pew Pew QQ for the fighters. You shoot them and they start crying. And then a Groot magnet, which is pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. This whole subscription box experiment thing I've been doing, kind of been a letdown so far.
Well, subscription boxes are why I'm broke right now.
Yeah, I mean, if I get a BB-8, it'd be cool. Star Wars. Although I'm like, I don't know why I like it. It's just mass marketing that's convinced me to like it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll convince you to trade me for something else.
What do you want?
I don't know what Funko Pops you have.
I got them all.
You just go out and buy a new one. I'll give you it. The Mad Libs book, yeah. You know, it's probably some good times for this podcast. We read it.
We should, when you get it, we'll do some.
Koozie Cup. I'm not a big fan of Koozie Cup, so some of them are cooler than others. Mm-hmm. And then T-shirt, I already said you could have, so.
Wow. By not getting that block, I got a lot of stuff
out
of it.
Most of it, yeah. Really, the only thing I want is the Doctor Who keychain. Mm-hmm. And then I'll take the Claudia Williams. I've got a pretty good autograph collection. So
I spent all my money this week because I had some bills and clearly got to pay those. But what?
I was gonna do the Star Wars theme, but I don't know how.
Then I bought a year's worth of the exclusive. It's called, I believe, the
Bounty Collector Bounty.
Smuggler's Bounty.
Smuggler's Bounty.
It's their Marvel Collector Core, basically.
But Star Wars.
My first love. I don't know. I have to really think what I loved first. Marvel Comics or Star Wars.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bought a year's worth of that, and that was not cheap. A year's worth of anything.
Usually not.
But I'm a sucker because you have to buy a year's worth to get the founder item.
Yeah. It'll be worth it.
It'll be worth it.
Probably.
I mean,
not.
They're advertising exclusive Chrome Captain Phasma. That's enough right there. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah. You said it's the new Boba Fett.
That's what, in my opinion, I think she'll be the... And it's a girl. Girl Stormtrooper. Unheard of.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll be getting that hopefully soon. The regular nerd block shipped, so hopefully I'll have it by next show.
Yeah, hopefully I have sci-fi. I can tell you guys if it was disappointment or not. If not, they'll be getting a letter from me. It's kind of dangerous because we're trying to get their support.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So, yeah, at this point I might as well just plug Loot Crate. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. This whole subscription box thing, like villains, it was alright. Mm-hmm. Sticking around for Guardians of the Galaxy, but I already know it's going to be a letdown. Because it's going to have a Droob in it.
Dorbs?
Dorb.
It'll be a Christmas Dorb.
Yeah. I don't know. Because, on their Facebook page, they were showing, like, the prototypes for all of the Guardians as Dorbs. So.
Oh, man, if they do a set of Guardian Dorbs, I'll be so mad.
Well, it's guaranteed to have a pop in it, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So, we'll probably get a cool pop. We'll probably not. Well, it's exclusive pop, so...
Everything's always 100% exclusive.
I was going to say we're going to get the Potted Groot Christmas edition or Snow edition.
Yeah, that'd be lame.
Yeah, I don't know if it's updated on my Pop Collectors thing yet or not for it. Well, they probably don't even know.
Man, I love when we go into Pop Talk.
We're like, what, a month away before we get that one? So it's for Christmas, right?
Yeah. So. See, right now, I'll get a Star Wars Marvel. I like
it. Should be cool
system.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then Loot Crate, it had cool stuff in it, but, I could do or do not with a Doc Brown pop.
I'm telling you, that that was a really good loot crate.
The hoverboard thing was pretty cool. It would look good on the shelf.
Yeah.
Gave me this. Loot Crate did give me some good ideas for once I get. Because I've got a lot of DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff, and they're all kind of scattered everywhere in towers. So I want to get one massive one, and I'm going to get more than what I have, obviously. So cause it's going to keep growing. So I'm going to buy the horror movies. I'll have, Ghostface Pop from Scream or something. I don't have that one, but
Or Jason.
it's not going to be all pops, but yeah, then the hoverboard I'll put by the 80s movies or something.
That'd be cool.
So it gave me good ideas, but and the spork was pretty cool.
I've already used that spork many times.
But I'm afraid to use it.
Are you?
Like washing it in the dishwasher and stuff.
I have a dishwasher, but
You hand wash.
I hand wash stuff. I just hand wash the one plate,
I need to get in that habit. I've lost a lot of good mugs and glasses. I got a Little Miss Sunshine, like the Mr. show, not the Little Miss Sunshine movie.
Mm-hmm.
Glass from Half Price Books. I'll throw them under the rug.
They had their big sale this week.
Washed it once and like half the decal came off.
Oh,
Really mad. But it was free because I had like $5 to use there.
boo.
And there's coupons around here somewhere, by the way. You can have them.
I think the sale's over now.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, some Loot Crate, I'm giving it one more month. Marvel, it's going to depend on who's after Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Sci-Fi I've got for 3 months, so at this rate I'm going to drop it after the 3. There's a Minecraft block starting like spring of 2016.
By who?
Them.
By Loot Crate?
By Morgan, the company that made Minecraft.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure they're the ones making it.
They were bought by Microsoft. What are they called?
Morgan. I should know this. I love Minecraft. But
Monyang or something?
yeah, it's right there. Mojang. Monyang.
Mojang.
Mojangles.
It's Mojang or Mojang?
It's Mojang. That's what people say. I guess it's like the Negan Negan thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think we even said that.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan was cast as infamous villain.
Man,
if you don't know who he is, you're in for a good treat.
Yeah, we should have said that when we were talking about Walking Dead.
It's probably because we talked about it before. But if you don't, that name doesn't sound familiar. He's going to play Thomas Wayne in Batman vs Superman.
He was the comedian in.
Yeah, comedian.
So Zack Snyder likes him. You should too.
And Watchmen, and then he played the dad in Possession.
I didn't see that.
It's a decent movie. He did a good job. But yeah, it's gonna be cool to see. He wasn't on my radar for the cast.
No, I thought he would be too big. I know of this actor, and every time he pops up, I get him confused with the villain in the last Bond movie.
Oh, I've never seen a Bond movie.
I didn't see it over the weekend. I'm going to see it tomorrow.
Yeah.
The Bond movie, but yeah, I'm stoked. He'll be a good Negan or Negan.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for John Hamm. I want to see him on the
That would be
screen
dream,
again.
But I doubt he wants to be committed to a show again.
He wanted to be on the show, Walking Dead. He commented on it several times, but for him to do it, it would have been. For those of you who aren't familiar with Negan or Negan, he is very crass, very brutal. So it would have been fun to see them flip that. And you have John Hamm. This is an original idea, isn't original, but have him play the opposite where he's just straight laced, but like if you say like the S word, he like beats you to death.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, like that's the one. Like you can kill people all you want, but you say something about his mama, he's gonna destroy you. That'd been cool.
That would have been.
But Loot Crate, give it one more chance, but that's really it's gonna have a Blizzard exclusive item, and my buddy is trying to do his new house. Part of it, one of the rooms, is decorating in game themed. And he's a big Blizzard guy, so
They're doing another Blizzard item. They did one a block
it's
ago.
combat is the theme, and it's gonna have a Blizzard exclusive in it, but it's gonna have like Fallout and some other ones.
Probably Hunger Games, I think I saw.
Yeah, Hunger Games.
The Blizzard item from a few blocks ago is like a Hearthstone stress ball thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, hopefully it's something better than that. But so I'll probably sell it to him. He listens to this show too, so hey. Unless he might have got the Loot Crate too, because I told him about it. Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond.
His name's Raymond?
No.
Oh, okay.
That Ray Romano show.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
We do that all the time.
Oh, the Minecraft box. So it's not till spring, but it has right now, if you buy 6 months, you'll get a special box this year for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
I thought about it, but it is pretty expensive, like you were saying with Star Wars. So something I'd have to either ask for Christmas and it'd be like the only thing I get, which is kind of lame. Because I'm like, I love Minecraft, but if it's Minecraft's exclusive box, how much stuff do I actually want? Unless they're going to be sending me like the Lego sets, 'cause they're really expensive. But I highly doubt that. I don't know. It's going to be one I'm going to have to see what the first box is or something.
I can only think of two things that would make me buy a year's worth. Marvel and Star Wars. If for some reason they did a DC exclusive box, that would be debatable because I don't like every DC character.
Yeah.
But the two that they got me on, I'm like, I gotta do it. Even if it means I don't eat for a week.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence with this Minecraft one. I like the
I never got into Minecraft.
I love it. I think it's a great thing, but I'm not going to wear a Minecraft shirt. I've got a few that I wear. Well, they're from Hot Topic, so they probably don't fit anymore. But I've got a lot of the action figures. But I'm kind of, it's sad to say, I'm kind of over the whole collecting action figures thing.
What?
It's probably because I don't have a good way to display them, so it's just like, yeah, I'm going to keep doing the X-Men related Infinity ones. But
sad day, man.
You didn't get any comics. Did you buy anything this week other than Star Wars?
I mean, the Cody and Cambria thing finally showed up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like a month later. It was cool. Comes with a couple books, the DVD I need to watch still, the new CD, little vinyl, and a key.
That's cool.
But, yeah, so that's all I got this week, because, like I said, I've been broke.
Yeah. I finally got X-Men 142.
What happened to that issue?
That's the second part of Days of Future Past.
Yeah, I know that from looking at the cover. But in case they didn't know.
Good call. Yeah, so after this one, the only real gem I have left is X-Men 1. I've got them all.
Man, you could
Not
have
all of them.
You could have got the Spanish one, remember? Back in the day.
Yeah. I do have a couple Spanish ones. Not X-Men 1, but X-Men comics. Pretty fun for my friend down in Guatemala at iRobot Comics.
Nice.
I don't know if he's still open or not. He's the guy that, I don't know if I talked him on here or not. He built hobbit holes. And
Nice.
so you can go stay at a hobbit hole in Guatemala. It's pretty cool. I thought about going down and helping him build them, but
That's amazing.
Life and stuff. And I keep doing that this evening.
Keep hitting the microphone.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to hopefully get him out of here so you guys won't know until we just said it.
Oh.
Chewbacca 3 came out. Loving it. Glad it's only 5 issues, though.
I'll read that when it's collected.
Yeah. Harrow County, still going great. Cullen Bunn.
Colin
Man, I hope. Oh, man, I forgot about that. So I finally got around to reading Hercules from last week.
Yeah.
They gave him a man bun.
Oh my goodness.
It's pretty funny. It's like this nice mix of old and new, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm glad I kept that in my pool. But Harrow County, I can't wait till someone does a movie or TV show with it. It's really good. This was kind of like a filler issue, if I'm being honest, but love it.
Love it.
What else we got?
The big one came out this week, right?
Yep.
Secret Wars.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, I'll get to Secret Wars. Don't
Okay.
you worry. You didn't read it, so I won't go. I mean, not that there's much detail to go into, but yeah, the newest from Jason Aaron, which he's a great guy. Gave you a Mountain Dew that one day.
I'll always remember that.
It's called Goddamned, which the Catholic in me, it's really hard saying this title. Like when I asked Old Man Bill about it, because I forgot it came out, and I saw, luckily they had a picture of it on their counter. And I was like, oh man, like, something wrong about saying it. But it's about the Bible, actually. So it's funny. It's before the flood, Noah's Ark flood, for those of you. There's Ark News. Maybe I'll remember to talk about that next week's Taco Tuesday.
Okay.
Or 2 weeks from now, I guess, for listeners. But they're building a real life Ark here, and it's going to be announcing the release date next Thursday, actually, so it'll be perfect timing.
We need to get tickets, man.
For us to record. But it's like, the main character seems like it's going to be Cain of Cain and Abel, which is the first 2 children of the world. Not first 2 people, children. But Noah comes in at the last minute, he's like, kind of reminds me of Walking Dead, Like, he's like, give me all your animals and the lumber. Like, so it's like he's almost like a bad guy doing the good stuff. Kane's the bad guy too. But those was a lot of fun. It's only going to be 5 issues, I think, so just check it out.
Nice.
But,
This one.
my story about, take a break from comics, since we got all the time in the world.
Why not?
My story about Lucifer,
Whoa.
so, I know, right? So, first, I'm buying my comics, and Hellbreak, which is also by Colin Bunn, came out. But found out I didn't buy 6 or 7 of that series, so don't know how I missed those. Actually, I do, but so I bought Hellbreak, and it wasn't in my pool file yet, which surprised me. Which I think it's because I bought 1 through 5 to read to see if I'd like it before I put it in my pool, which is how I missed 6 and 7. So when I was talking to Bill, I was like, oh, the only thing that's not in my pool is Hellbreak. And then I was like, oh, did the Goddamned come out? So I said, hell, I'll buy the Goddamned. And I was like, man, I feel like I need to go to church. So having him add both of them to my pool file. And then he was like, oh yeah, and Lucifer comes out. I was like, geez, the devil's winning comics. But all new Wolverine came out this week. Stars X-23. Seems like it's going to be really cool. Her and Past Angel are the mains. But somebody cloned her.
Ooh.
So there's like...
Clone of a clone.
Yeah, there's going to be... Seems like the story is setting it up to be like she's going to have to track down herself as assassins.
They did the variant cover where she was an action figure. They've been doing that with a few ones. I want that action figure.
Oh, yeah. That one and Space Knight Venom hasn't come out yet. But that is... Like, they're making these covers. They need to make these action figures.
The only one they're actually making is the Gwen, Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, that's smart on them. And then some other stuff came out. Infinity Gauntlet finally finished. Kind of glad a lot of my Secret Wars stuff is wrapping up. I'm so over Secret Wars. But Secret Wars 7, the October issue, finally came out.
The whole thing was supposed to be done by now, man.
I was going to say, yeah, this really is like the September issue. But, like I said, not going to spoil too much. Basically everyone you could possibly imagine, which is kind of shown by the cover, which is kind of weird because Cyclops is on the cover fighting, but he died in like issue 2 or 3 and is still conceived dead. Basically everyone you could possibly imagine is fighting. There's some weird, I didn't look at this cover, some weird people on this cover. There's this one awesome part with the Maestro, which is worth picking up there. But everyone's pretty much turning on Doom. That's the gist of it.
Everybody hating on that Doom.
Next issue, which is going to be probably like July, something like that when we get it.
Final finishes.
Thing is going to be a big part of it, which is Thing's the giant wall. So, there's this awesome part with Namor and Black Panther, which is a throwback that I didn't quite get about Black Panther being the king of the dead. I don't know. I mean, I know Storm was a vampire for a while.
I don't recall.
And Namor helped kill Dracula.
I did not.
But
sadly, I don't think I read much Black Panther, actually.
Yeah, I didn't quite get the reference, but it was pretty funny. You can kind of get that hint of what he's doing. But yeah, I don't know. It needs to wrap up. Let's just put it that way. I saw an article where the Jonathan Hickman was like, well, you can't really blame, it's the artwork. Like, he threw the guy just under the bus. I'm like, cool, harsh, man.
Like, I finished that script 3 years ago.
Which, I mean, it's probably true, yeah, but I don't know. I finally got around to reading Extraordinary X-Men after. Yeah, I do want to kind of bring out 600 again. But Extraordinary X-Men was a good story, but it brings Old Man Logan at the end.
What?
Into it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Old Man Logan?
Yep.
What?
Yep. Pretty sure.
Okay.
But he's on the cover. But Colossus is weird, man. Whoever the artist is, I should have looked it up. They're drawing Colossus like a bear. Like bigger than Juggernaut has ever been drawn. It's just really weird looking. And it seems like this is our 616 people, but it's jumped ahead. Well, everything's jumped 8 months. So I don't know. Secret Wars needs to end so we can get those backstories and stuff.
Need to
if anything else. But Yeah, and then I didn't buy Batman, but
It's in my file. I didn't buy it.
I already spoiled it for you then. Sorry. I didn't think about that. But apparently he proposes this issue. So you have to let us know how that goes over.
It doesn't stick.
If we get a closure.
Batman can't be happy.
And then I'm a little mad. Nope. He never can. It's pretty much a guaranteed death for whoever this girl is.
Just villain
Or villain,
clone.
yeah. And then apparently Uncanny Avengers ended with Cable coming back, which I don't like him as an Avenger. I'm gonna throw that out there. Kind of bummed that I dropped it. Or maybe it's not even out yet, but I don't know, it might drop me back in with Cable. I like Cable a lot, but I don't like
Nobody
Deadpool.
likes Cable.
So,
And everyone likes Deadpool.
yeah, apparently they were going to do Cable for the Deadpool movie. But it's harder to get permission, like the more popular a character is, because they have to be able to tie it into the X-Men universe. So that's why they want Colossus to be his, straight-laced person. But if they do a sequel, it's planned to set it up for Cable.
I bet you there'll be some Easter eggs, but
Yeah.
they're definitely not going to cast someone now.
Oh yeah, totally know for sure. Yeah, it's some talked about Black Friday earlier. GameStop is doing a mystery box.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
It sounds like they're going to be doing it going forward, but it's going to be half off on Black Friday. So since I work next to one, I'm going to try and pick one up.
Dude.
It's guaranteed to have one of their exclusive pops in it.
I want that Batgirl pop.
Yeah, the Batgirl one would be cool. The Dalek would be alright.
Man, I might give you money if you're going to be there. Oh, I'm not working Black Friday. I tried to, and they won't let me.
Yeah.
So
I'll
maybe
give you
do it.
money.
Yeah.
They open midnight on Friday, so if Thursday, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, I'll probably.
Last year, I was there,
Yeah.
like, super early, right when they open, right when...
That's the thing. They're the kind of store that has a line before they open.
No, they didn't.
Really?
I got to the store stupid early for some reason when I worked with you. I got to the store an hour early.
I remember that. Yeah, you were down there.
Why did I go there so early? I just got it wrong or something?
No, I think your plan was to go to like Walmart and stuff, but it didn't take as long as you thought it would.
Oh.
Maybe.
I don't remember. I was drunk.
I don't know, because I know, yeah, because we didn't open until 6 or something last year.
Yeah, but I went to
6 or
GameStop
7.
and there was no one in there, and they just were bugging me like, "Hey, how can we help you?" I'm like, "What are your deals?"
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I haven't decided. I'm either gonna, on the way home, well, I work at 7 Black Friday, so we won't be out that late. Oh, there's one thing I want to pick up at Walmart. I'm probably gonna not do too many DVDs and Blu-rays this year, unfortunately. But hoping to pick up another Blu-ray player for the other room, and then the GameStop thing, and then other than something catches my eye on Amazon, been saving up some Amazon credit.
Nice.
So yeah, all right.
Alrighty then.
Kind of awkward ending, but
Now we gotta do the Marvel thing.
oh yeah, man, you remember better than me.
Of course I remember.
You gotta do it quick.
Going.
If yeah, it's weird for all those who listen to us on YouTube and like, oh man, you're missing some episodes. Head to franklydone.com for all our news, podcasts, keep track of what we're doing. We'll get some bios of us up there. Expand this universe a little bit.
I may or may not be Batman.
We Twitter, the Frankly Done, Facebook, Frankly Done Network. Become one of the 52. Which I guess if you like, it'd be one of the 53. Instagram, Frankly Done Network, and of course, franklydone.com/Amazon. You can support us without dropping a dime on us.
Okay.
But yeah. Oh yeah, YouTube. Frankly Done Network on YouTube, but
We put them up there, but
if we're over like an hour 45, it's too big to get
really
posted on there. So that's why there's like 1 or 2 missing. Yeah. Oh man.
That's
Oh
it.
man.
Both these are kind of easy for me. Okay.
I would have rocked this card.
Oh, dang it. It's X-Men.
No.
What type of radiation led to the creation of the Hulk?
Oh man. Gamma.
That is correct.
For some reason, I just want to be like Bruce Banner. True or false? The Nova Corps unit was originally based on the planet Xandar?
False.
True.
Ow.
Come with the frog
I
here.
don't really go anything
Sorry.
interstellar with the Marvel Universe. Alright, galactic stuff. Okay, what is the secret identity of the hero Iron Fist?
Which incarnation?
There's only one.
Danny Rand.
Well, yeah, didn't let me finish, but yes. You had multiple choices.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh. Oops.
Well, you got it, so it doesn't matter.
Alright. That was a trick question. I don't know any other ones, though.
I'm pretty sure there's only been one Iron Fist.
I thought there was... No, Danny Rand took it over recently. Not recent, but...
I mean, there might have been one thousands of years ago, because...
Danny Rand was the hero for Hire one?
Yes.
Oh.
He went to Kunlun, fought the dragon, got the power.
I guess I'm getting confused because of the Ultimate Spider-Man show where he's a teenager.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't let you... At the end of the credits, there's a scene for this Miles Morales movie where the mom's like, "Oh, you're out so late. We have a curfew. When your dad gets home, we'll talk about how grounded you are." And she's like, "And why is your new principal calling us so late when you're out doing God knows what?" And it's like, "I'm sorry." And it's like, and she's like, "Oh yeah, and who is this Principal Fury anyways?" And he's like, "Whoa."
More?
Like he knows who Nick Fury is. I guess they do in the Ultimate Universe, but
he's the one who gives him the suit. Well, it's confusing. We'll get into it some other time. He knows Nick Fury.
Right. I only knew this one because you've said it before.
Dang it.
What supervillain created the clone of Spider-Man? A. Doc Ock.
No.
B. The Jackal. C. The Lizard.
Jackal.
All right. 36-33.
All right. Well, I've been Frankie.
I've been Daniel.
Bye, everybody.